high, but the pace of borrowing slowed a bit from the prior month. Any concern there?
That's right. We're back to kind of a slow crawl again. We'd hoped from the July release that it was an indication of some, leaping forward, but it's really a leveling off. And so we see the small business lending index actually start to get back to like a very kind of moderate, almost slow growth type level. And that's after the double-digit increases that we had in July. And so it seemed like there was some momentum building, and we've kind of let the air out of that tire just a little bit. And then, particularly one of the segments that's contracting that we looked at when we saw the data was the manufacturing segment. So that gives us a little bit of concern. Having said all that, the credit risk is still extraordinarily high, and the credit risk has peaked, and it's a great time financially for these small privately held companies.
You had recently come out with a study that tapering was good for small business lending. Now, we know that the Federal Reserve decided not to taper. So what does that mean in terms of the borrowing? Is it a concern that we should worry about, or are these businesses still going to be able to plow forward?
Yeah, they will, because once tapering occurs, and it'll eventually come to an end as it has to, that we'll see that those are the conditions that make it ripe for small businesses to start to invest and expand. And so when they start to invest and expand, that's a very big positive for GDP. They make up half of the economy. It's $8 trillion in economic activity, and that kind of investment that will be evident once tapering begins will show that the small businesses are finding growth prospects. Their order books are starting to fill up. They're starting to see an opportunity to invest again in a much bigger way, because there must be the phenomenon of new customers walking through the front door. So it'll eventually happen. Unfortunately, we're just not there yet. And this latest release really kind of helps to confirm the fact that the small businesses are back to kind of a slow crawl, and the overall economy is back to a slow crawl as well, based on this latest number.